Why do you think Diddy haven't been indicted yet?
Listen here, bro. It's a term in the legal field that you could indict a ham sandwich, but the Southern District of New York has a 98.2 conviction rate. All right, for those who don't know, if you got 100 people, only 1.28 or something like that, 1.8, only 1.8 has won against them. So now, what they doing, they already got the witnesses, they already got the people, because let me just say something. With the sex trafficking thing, it only takes one witness to convince the jury. One witness. And we know who that witness is going to be. Cassie. She filed a civil suit against him. So it only takes one, in the sex trafficking charge, it only takes one witness. Now we got other people like Jonathan Odie, who was one of the sex workers, that he gave a testimony, or he gave some information to some agents that he was working, doing sexual acts with Cassie, cross states, going back and forth, this, that, and the third. So it only takes one witness. So now, the reason they haven't went after for him, because there's more to get into. It's more to get into. It's not only the sex trafficking, it's the guns, the alleged drugs. And I'm saying alleged because they haven't came out with any formal charges yet. But when they come out with some charges, bruh, and you hit it, the Southern District of New York do not play, and people don't play with them. So I don't understand why this stuff ever even got to this point, but it is what it is. It is what it is, bro. The reason they haven't came down and got him yet, they going through his taxes. You hear what he said? They had all the people that he did business with. That they're gonna go through everything that he did with a fine-tooth comb. And when they set that and they get what they call discovery to his lawyers, he either say, I'm gonna take the time, because if he go to court with it, 9 times out of 10, he gonna spend the rest of his life behind bars. So the reason they haven't did it at this point, it's a lot of paperwork, bro. They got a lot of people working different angles. They got the drug angle. They got the tax angle. They got the, what else? They say the drugs, the tax, and then they got the guns that were found. They got to do a trace on the guns that they were found in the house. And then if you got 250 cameras, there's a lot of footage that them agents got to go through. So they got a lot of work to do, bro. They got a lot of work. What they took, how many years to indict Keefe D? They took a lot of years to indict Keefe D. And now he's sitting in jail. So they got a lot of work to do, bro. And it ain't gonna happen overnight. So I would think that probably in the next two months or so, you might be looking at something, bro.
And you said that Diddy, he got over 250 cameras?
He had over 200, they found over 250 cameras in his house, man.
Damn.
Allegedly. That's what they were saying.
So you do believe that Diddy is going to prison?
Oh, he going to jail, bro. And I don't wish jail on nobody, on the for real. I don't wish jail on nobody. You understand? But they already got their star witness. And you only, for one charge, for the sex trafficking, you only need one witness. One witness. That's crazy. I don't believe R. Kelly, you see what they did to R. Kelly? He went to jail for sex trafficking. He was dating those girls. Those girls was living at his house. Those girls was going back and forth with him willfully. How the hell did he get sex trafficking? and Diddy don't. Based on Cassie paperwork.
Do you think Diddy would take some people down with him if he get arrested?
Oh, my man. Come on. His daddy was a rat. Hold on, let me just, I know this ain't got nothing to do with, but I'm gonna tell his story. It was this gangster, right? He said, when you go there, kill a father and kill his son. And the guy said, his son is only a baby, 4 years old. He said, his father was a rat and he gonna grow up to be a rat too. It ain't no way that he gonna go down, you understand, and not take nobody with him. His father was murdered because he ratted out his team that he was working for. So you think he not gonna rat? Like father, like son, brother. That's what I believe.
Wow, man. I didn't know that. So Diddy dad was a rat?
My man, I had a conversation with New York Freddie. Omar took me to a meeting because New York Freddie wanted to talk to me. He said, yo, I've been trying to get in touch with Russell Simmons and I've been trying to get in tough touch with Puff because I wanted to tell him the true story about his father. You understand? I said, yeah. And now this is New York Freddie, one of the biggest gangsters in Harlem. Puff father used to work for his team. He was brought in by one of his best friends. So he's telling me the story how Russell Simmons used to work for him. You understand? He said, Russell Simmons used to take my laundry, to the cleaners and everything. He said, I had a glass table with $1 million in my office. I had $1 million in a glass table, you know what I'm saying? Of $100 bills in a glass table. I said, yeah. He's telling me his whole stuff. He said, Russell Simmons used to work for me because I was starting a record label back then. I said, okay. And if you look up New York Freddie Myers, you can see when he was picked up with a whole lot of, he had stacks of money in his house in the basement in Mount Vernon. So he said to me, he said, yo, we had cops on the payroll. He gave a cop, one of the cops brought information. He had the paperwork and he had Puff father take confession. He gave him $10,000 extra for it, right? Puff father told on their operation. New York Freddie told the guy who brought Puff father into his crew, you gotta handle it. I want it handled. So then he said, I want it handled. So now the dude handled the situation. Puff father was driving the cab. He met him on Central Park West and did what he did. And so I said to New York Freddie, I said, yeah? He said, and the guy who killed him was carrying the casket, crying the hardest at the funeral. I was like, oh, shit. Now, check this out. I was gonna tell this story on my members only page on my YouTube channel, The Gene Deal Show. Only my members, hey, but I'm gonna give it to you. It's this lady that told me she was dating Puff father at the time, right? She was dating Puff father at the time. She said she was waiting on him because they were supposed to be going out to Smalls Paul. It was either Small Paul, she said, or it was this place up there on McCoon's Bridge. I got it because she texted this whole thing to me, bro. It's crazy how she texted me this whole story. She said that she never knew why Puff father was killed. He said the word got through Harlem that he was murdered. You understand? And she went up to the bar the next day and the same dudes was on his team that he worked with him, sold drugs with him. New York Freddie and their whole crew, he said they was in the bar laughing and talking like nothing had ever happened. She said, thank you, Gene, for telling me that story about New York Freddie and Diddy father, because now I know what happened to him. So Melvin Combs was a rat. And these guys, this came from a gangster himself You understand? Who said he had police on the payroll.
Crazy. And they had Diddy dad on tape telling.
He said they brought him the tape and the written statement. And then Puff father was asked by the dude why he said he had to go to a wedding and he didn't want to miss it. I swear for living Jesus, man, that shit's crazy. And that was told to me by New York Freddie. My man Omar had took me to him because he wanted to sit down and talk to me.
Yeah, that's crazy, man. So who do you think Diddy gonna chill on?
Whoever he think gonna get him free, and whoever they want. You gotta realize the feds is not gonna touch those people if he had anything to do with any high profile people like Clyde Davis, what's that, Jimmy over at Interscope? What's his name? Jimmy Iovine. Any high profile people the feds is not gonna touch. You understand? They're gonna go for the people who are not his really handlers unless they really want them or somebody want them. So it's hard to really say. But if they wanna make examples out of certain people, you understand? They're gonna go for those people. I can't really give you a number. I can't really tell you who's the people because I don't know who on their list. But if they wanna make an example out of somebody, anybody that's been to those Diddy-like Epstein parties and stuff like that, they gonna go after them.
What you think about Stevie J? And I know you and him, y'all was going back and forth, but how you feel about him defending Diddy?
He don't have nothing else to do, man. What makes me mad at Stevie and them is that, you know, they don't realize the guys who used to take care of them, the guys that make sure they got in the club, the guys who make sure they got in the studio, the guys that make sure they got home at night. And then they get on this thing, and because they become more known to the public and everything on Love and Hip Hop and all these other different programs, they want to talk shit. But Stevie J, no, I'm the type of dude, he talk about I got bad knees, I kick him so far up in his ass, he tastes shoe polish, bro. I do not play with that. I'm the one that used to make sure that you was all right. You understand? And I got pictures when I used to bodyguard you, bro. And you know I never played those games. So because you get mad, because I say something about, you know, when I know 50, I know 50. And I know you. You understand? If I gotta put my house up, if I gotta put my car, my jewelry, I'm putting my shit up on 50. I'm not gonna put it on you. I'm just telling you what I know. 50 hit that nigga so hard, man, he won't wake up to the middle of next week. He gets on here and he wanna defend Diddy, defend him. You might be on some of them tapes. 9 times out of 10, you good at making tapes. You know the tapes that you made before in the past that made the internet. I'm not gonna speak on that, Mighty, not at all. You understand? Because it's got a young lady that's doing her thing in it and she don't need to be spoken on. But, you know, everybody who knows what I'm talking about, they know the tapes that made the internet with Stevie J before. You know what I mean? So for him to come to Puff defense, you don't have nothing. He gotta come to his defense. Heard he lost his house, heard he lost this, that, and the third, the whole 9 yards. He's staying with a grown man at another man's house. So, what else he gonna do? Puff said, y'all come to my defense? He's the only one came to his defense.
In the tape that she was referring to, and you don't have to go into detail about it, I think most people would know what she was talking about, but she was referring to the sex tape between Stevie J and Eve, right? And I don't know if this is true, you can tell me, but I heard that he leaked it, right?
Allegedly, yeah, he's the one who leaked it. Want to be into something. You know what I'm saying? That's how those cats do, bro. They want to be, they sit back, and because this is the new form of entertainment, and regular dudes are getting more views than they are, they get mad and they get upset. You understand what I'm saying? They get mad and they get upset because this is the new form of entertainment and a lot of people are blowing them out the water now. And they want to say crazy stuff when in fact, they wouldn't breathe hard if you was in the room with them.
Yeah, that's real talk. And I was checking out one of your lives and you made a comment saying that, you know, Diddy, his ship is sinking fast because the only person that's coming out to defend him is Stevie J.
Well, Diddy did a post and he said, "Speak now or forever hold your peace." And he sent the message to everybody that he did business with or everybody that was around him. Y'all talk, y'all speak on me. Y'all let everybody know what y'all know about me or whatever, this, that, and the third. And if they talking negative, straighten them out based on our relationship. So he put that message out there. So now people are saying, nah, bro. Like Ray J. Ray J say, yo, people want to know what it is. Because if the federal government is asking questions about you having some pedophilia or having sex with little boys underage, why would I want to be connected to that? Why are they even asking that type of question about you? So now he's telling people, yo, speak on me, speak on me. No, people like, no, we don't even